So I am 180 pounds of pure muscle. I do look like I go to a gym that has a buffet. Right, it's leg and pie day today. Right, I'm doing a bunch of squats and having like 3 slices of pumpkin. Now, I'm actually a doomsday prepper. And since you never know where you're going to be when shit goes down, I keep my emergency supply of food on me at all times. I listen to a bunch of free streaming music services, Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, and I'm getting a ton of ads for wedding and engagement rings. I think that they're wasting their advertising budget. Because either I can't afford $3.99 a month, or I can't commit. I believe that some of the generational hate that's out there is based purely on names. Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they don't really roll off your tongue when you got hate in your mouth. But boomer, millennial, those sound like devastating insults that a time traveler from the future is going to use. I'll admit it, I'm a millennial. Nope, that's a boo. Got it wrong. No, I'm a millennial, and I will say, it's kind of unfair, some of the stuff that we, get shit on for. Participation awards. I get it, I'm from a really, really small town, and I've got trophies, I've got plaques, I've got ribbons. But I will say I was not the one that went to the store, ordered 20 of these things, made sure all their names were spelled right, and then handed them out. That was fucking Gen X. Or, people get on us for being entitled. And I will say, if you've ever worked in retail, or in a restaurant, or a bar, you know the most entitled customers? Boomers. Let me speak to your manager is a boomer saying. Millennials don't want to talk to anyone. You think I could text your manager? The other day, I saw 2 people having a conversation on the sidewalk who were as different as 2 people could be. One of them was this guy, had to have been 6'5", and the woman he was talking to could not have been more than 4'9". Right? But both of them were at least 250 pounds. Right? They looked like a before and after of someone hit by an anvil. There we go. So, my parents are hippies. It's okay, I'll give you a second to adjust to that. I know you never would have guessed. And because my parents are hippies, I don't actually think of people who are living in tents as homeless. That just seems like a really responsible first apartment when you move somewhere new. I can't afford rent in Denver, but they don't charge rent at the park. Now, because my parents are hippies, I actually did my first acid trip in utero. Not trying to narc on my mom, I'm just explaining a few things. My act of rebellion against my parents was going to college and not dropping out. I wanted to, and it took me a bunch of extra time, and I have not used my degree for anything, but I sure showed them. Yeah, my parents taught me that hitchhikers are kindred spirits, not potential serial killers. So if any of you have seen my parents or have any information about them, please come talk to me after the show. Been a couple years. I will say I really admire bicyclists. People who go place to place on their bicycle have a level of confidence that I can only hope to achieve one day. Because I look at the road as a place where I do deadly chores. Can I survive a trip to the grocery store? going in between multi-ton fast-moving machines on a hardtop. But they look at that same situation, and they're like, what a perfect place to work out. My calves are gonna get ripped. Right, if I had that level of confidence, I'd set up a Bowflex on a blind curve. Whenever anyone had to come around and swerve to miss me, I'd be like, yo man, I'm blasting my traps here, share the road. All right, I did just quit my job. Yeah, some of you know how to feel about work. The rest of you need to get on board. Work sucks. I will say I was working for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Gotcha. And after working there, I will say we need to get rid of it. We need to stop glorifying childhood cancer. Like, kids, you want to achieve your dreams? You want to meet your heroes? Eat lead paint. Play in nuclear waste. I promise John Cena will call you back. Can't see me unless you're sick. No, I actually quit working there because every boy's first wish is to touch a boob. And it was really getting to me having to turn them down. I mean, you can't comfort them. It's not like you can be like, oh, it's okay, buddy. You'll live. Okay, maybe I didn't quit. Maybe I was fired. I will say I have the ambition to start my own cult. I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'm going to start a recovery group for people who used to be in a cult. Right? For one easy payment of all your belongings, I can teach anyone not to be taken advantage of. All right, I can't really see you guys, but we got any Christians in the crowd tonight? Anybody? Anyone want to admit to being a Christian? Okay. They're outnumbered. Get them! Oh, thank you. No, we're gonna make us a martyr tonight. All right, for my Christians in the crowd, I do have a question for you. Like, if you had a time machine, would you go back and save Jesus from the crucifixion? Any, shout it out. Yeah? No. No? You think? Maybe. That's why he hasn't come back yet. Right? He saved you. You wouldn't save him? Not very Christian of you. 2,000 years. They haven't learned shit. No. I will say I actually don't like talking to people about time travel. Why? What? Because they're always like, hey, would you go back in time and kill Hitler? Like, yeah, duh, of course. Curveball, would you go back in time and kill Hitler as a baby? Yeah. I mean, I can't just take him and raise him right. I mean, what are you afraid of? You think I'm going to do a worse job than Hitler's parents? I promise, if I'm his dad, he'll grow up to be a loser. I'll tell you right now, I'll let him start smoking weed whenever he wants. I don't think he needs to be grown up particularly motivated. That's one youth that does not need to reach his full potential. And even though I'm letting him smoke weed, I will not be sending him to art school. Won't do it. At 15, he's getting a job in retail. Because those dreams are gonna die. And all those Jews are gonna live. No, it's a good thing. All right, did you guys know that chloroform is addictive? Right? How would you know if you were hooked? God, I'm really craving something to help me go to sleep every single night. And I have a wet dream all the time, and yet there's cum's always on my back. How is that happening? Oh, I lost you on that one. There you go. So you guys know how there's like different kinds of flags for different kinds of sexualities out there, you know, like the trans flag, the gay flag. Do you know what the flag for submissives is? Whatever I fucking tell you it is, bitch! Say thank you. No, it's black leather with 2 eye holes and a zipper. Again, I'm kidding. It's the French national flag. Surrender every time. All right. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. You know, and I think that all Hobbit roles should go to Asian actors. Because it's just not that believable that chubby white people enjoy eating vegetables that much. Or are you guys? Tasty carrot? I don't think so. You wouldn't look like that, Mary, if you were eating carrots. All right, you guys. Please give it up for your host, Chrissy. Woo!